Hey guys, Clumsy here. Welcome back to Clumsy Flying. Oh no, here we go again. Good morning, good evening. How are you guys doing? Hey Alex, glad you made it, man. How are you guys? What have you been up to? I got the itch to fly again. Last week we haven't had a chance to fly. We did flip a house though, or we did start flipping a house. But I was browsing through the Zibo updates and saw that there was actually one or some major updates happening. And I wanted to check it out. It's been a while since we've been on the Zibo. And I really miss it because as amazing as the tallest A319 is, I don't know, the Zibo just really feels like a, how do you say this, like a heavy duty plane, you know, like a real airliner, as heavy as it looks, and not just like I don't know, for some reason maybe it's the fly-by-wire system, but the A319 feels very light, and I don't feel that I'm really flying an airliner when I'm flying it. Also, there are so many automated systems. I kind of miss the manual approach sometimes. Look at that. Actually, a plane at the back. Is that a Delta as well? Can't see what airline it is from this point. Anyway. You're sunburnt. Oh, you got home from Israel already? How was it? You've been doing ATC today. What do you mean? As an air traffic controller? Flying in a couple of A320s. That sounds nice. Like what? VATSIM or the there's a game where you play the air traffic controller, right? Seems pretty interesting. And for today, there have been a couple of updates for the Zibo, and I want to check in particular this new feature that they have, which is the it's now compatible with GLS approaches. GLS is something like ground navigation landing system, something along those lines. It's like an ILS, but it's a precision approach, but it uses like GPS satellites as well. Don't ask me about the details, but it's I think it's one of the newer technologies out there. Not as many airports having it implemented yet, but I saw at least two in the US, Houston and Newark. We're currently in Atlanta and we'll be making our way to Houston to check it out. Alright, so let's start with that. Let's go and connect the GPU first. Should start hearing it, and I guess I can start turning off the music so we can appreciate the ambient sounds here. Fuso 737. That's the one. How's the Fuso working out for you, Alex? Did you have to modify it a bit to make it work with 1.35? I found the game on your phone. What kind of game are you getting into? Alright, so batteries, ground power, there we go. Super love the ambient sounds that come with the plane. Let's get the panels overhead, underneath, get a little bit of floodlights.
32 fighting 260 vectors for the climb.
Oh.
32 clear number 3.
I'm actually connected to the center. Let's go ahead and connect to the clearance delivery frequency. That's 118.1. And this is actually the new thing here. You can see this new, I'm not sure how you call it, this multi-thing navigation. That looked different before. And if you don't have that on your Zibo right now, you can go to configure and customize. Make sure you have the latest version though. And go to the display and variants, I think. The last item is the multi-mode receiver. So set that to yes, and your panel here should look like that. So here you can change it from ILS to VOR, or what we'll be looking at, the GLS. That's going to be the approach that we are going to try out later. We'll see how that works.
Clearance to top, the morning kids are kind of 737 heavy at gauge 171 with 8
And let's go and get the brightness here as well.
Canada 737 heavy, Toronto clearance, CDC correct, take the noise 1, contact 8 and 12207 for your push.
That's the one main panel and the one on the co-pilot side. Nice. That looks very professional. Absolutely lovely. Seems to work perfectly on 1.35. Oh, that's great to hear. I would like to get into that when we start working on the Japan map again. Alitalia use A320s on their European routes. A320 is a very famous plane, huh? Most of the flights here in where I am flying to usually is also flying with the A320. Let me double check. We have the charts here. That's the one. So from Atlanta, Hartsfield Jackson to George Bush Intercontinental. That will be around 633 nautical miles. It's going to take us a few hours. We'll try to speed it up if we can. You will see. First and foremost, let's go and set up the fuel. Also, let me enable my checklist here. I will need that in a bit. 737 killer. Yeah, it's a very great plane, very automated. For simulation purposes though, I think I'm leaning more towards the 737. And to be honest, I'm not sure if it's because I really like the 737 more, or I just like the implementation of Zibo more. Like the sounds, the immersion, the flight model. So I'm not really familiar. Like I haven't decided yet. But all in all, to be honest, I like the 737 better. In X-plane at least. Maybe I have to check out the A320 for that. The flight factor A320. I don't know, we'll see. Let's go and check the weights here. Payload should be 16.2 tons. Fuel should be 8.2. That should give us a takeoff weight of 65.6. Usually it's higher here, 65.8. That should be fine. Max is 70.4 in this flight plan, so we should be good. Okay, let me just go through the checklist. Hey man, welcome back. Hey Helke. Hey Arianas, glad you made it. Not with the Airbus today. Yes, this is not a new Zibo, new. It's an updated, the updated 737 Zibo. Now compatible with GLS approaches and a couple of other improvements and fixes as well. Zibo, as always, super active when it comes to updates on the Zibo. Comes every few days.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Now that is the wrong cue because I pressed the wrong button. Position lights to steady whenever we have the GPU connected. Emergency exit lights armed. Fasten seatbelt signs enabled, and a 10 button to test. Looking good. Set the mic. Align the IRS. Switch on to nav mode.
Good morning, it's Air Canada 7110 with
You have so low zero fuel weight.
negative this morning.
Even on the 737. Let's have a look. 57.6. Is that low? Let me see. I wonder why. Let's have a look at the weights here. Weights, we have 155 people here. And it's matching exactly with the flight plan. Or are you basing it from the A320? Am I doing something wrong? Well, we don't have any cargo, maybe that's why. Maybe we should have something there. A new train sim world. I have not. What kind of train sim world is it that they're releasing? You're in vacation now and saw notification. Thanks, man. Where are you? Where are you having your holidays? Oh, something I noticed that changed in the Zibo is that the 122.0, the second radio doesn't work anymore unless I put the mic here, which is weird because that's only the mic. This should be the frequency receiving, right? So we should be able to receive something from the second frequency. Maybe they fixed it since. Let's try it out. Yeah, it doesn't work. That should be the frequency for Active Sky XP.
Kilo Alpha Tango Lima Airport information. Golf 2352 Zulu weather wind 176 at 11 visibility 10 sky condition few clouds at 5400 temperature 31 dew point 21 altimeter 3008 advice on initial contact here
3008. Okay. 3008. Let's just set that here. It's quite high. Hey Plum, glad you made it, man. First time, yes indeed. Fancy seeing you here. Thanks for the follow as well. You're in London right now. Nice. Airbus disabled. What does that mean, man? Let's go and continue setting up. Let me just see if I remember this stuff still. It's been a while. Takeoff warning. That looks good. GPWS test. That sounds familiar.
Terrain. Pull up.
Let's start setting up the FMC. Hey Thor, how are you, man? Glad you made it.
Good morning, 934 PTC 120 Romeo 107.
Who's in it? Atlanta will be our reference airport. And then let's go get the GPS coordinates from our GPS device. Paste that there. Set up the route. Atlanta to Houston. As always, we are flight Clumsy 168. You're doing fine. Great to hear. It's 1:17 a.m. there. Oh my goodness. That's pretty late. Oh, I'm expecting you'll fall asleep any second now. If it was me, I would be asleep hours ago. Not very good with staying up late anymore. Okay. Departing Atlanta via runway 9 left. Cajun to departure. Transition to Stinger. From there, we proceed to Mike Hotel Zulu, direct to Alpha Echo X-Ray. And from there, we join the arrival 2B2 the runway 27. Now this is the difference. You see some GLS here. GLS 27 is what we're interested in. And arrival do B2. I'm not sure if it makes sense to go in SILS, via SILS. You can maybe check that out actually. Let's have a look. Airports. If you go through here, Now, for some reason, I lost the ATC frequencies. I've seen a similar issue reported for AVTab, but I'm not sure. I haven't seen a fix there yet. So let's have a look at the 2B2 arrival and also the GLS 27 approach and see if the sales transition works. This is saying Sawmill, Alexandria. Is there a warning? No, that's where we're coming from. This is where we are arriving at. BOZ. I guess that looks okay. Expect assigned instrument approach. Yeah, seals should be okay, I think. Anyway, we'll check it later. It looks like the iris are aligned. Nice. Clumsy's trucking, flying. Better be scared, yeah. Even I'm scared. Flies well after he has a couple of shots of tequila. Yeah, for courage. Liquid courage. What controllers? I have the CH Eclipse yoke. Perfect for the 737. Not so for the Airbus, but works either way. It is late. No worries. Okay. Yeah, stay as long as you can. Thanks a lot. Appreciate that. Airbus gang versus Boeing gang taunting. Boeing pilots refer to Airbus pilots as disabled. I see. Because Airbus drives pilots, not pilots drive. I see. Airbus AI can actually outvote pilot in some situations. I see. In Boeing is, or we can say as with Max or New Philosophy, always pilot driven. I see what you mean. Airbus disabled. That's a new term. Thanks for sharing. Don't say I'm scared. Oh yeah, they should show full confidence. Yeah, don't worry guys. We got this. We got this. Alright, sales. Okay, let's go back to route and that should be... We do have discontinuity though. Did I set this up wrong? One sec. Charts again. There you go. Let's go to the next page. AX DB2. I think I chose... I missed something. There we go. Transition. Alpha Echo X-ray. That should get rid of all the discontinuities. If you look at the route. Yeah, that's perfect. And then let's check the legs against the plan here. See that everything makes sense. Let's go activate, execute, so we have a clear magenta line in there. Alright. Intercept. Grits. And we proceed west. Stinger, Alpha Echo X-ray, journey. Oh, look at that. Where is sales? Oh, that's perfect. BOZ is the end of the star. Sales is the start of the approach. And that just blends in perfectly like that. That's amazing. Alright, that looks good. That's the missed approach. Alright, we are good in terms of the plan. Let me get back to chat. Have I ever been in Holland? I have been once. Only 2 days in Amsterdam. Loved it. Mrs. Clumsy and I wanted to go back to like the entire Netherlands and explore not just Amsterdam but maybe the surrounding areas. Haven't had the chance yet though. Good morning, Spring Onions. Glad you made it here. Fancy seeing you here, man. Usually we catch each other on YouTube. Free alcohol on this flight. Oh yes, free mead by Jack. There we go. Yar. How are you, Jack? Yeah, Jack is sponsoring the mead, aren't you? So one thing that I'm having trouble with Pilot to ATC, and not sure if we can work with that later, is I'm trying to change the approach because I want a GLS approach. So that's here, that's reflected, and I can pick SILS and I can load it, right? But when I do that, when I file the flight plan, I think it will override that again. I think we've had this problem already before. Yeah, look at that. It goes back to ILS. So maybe I can force arrival runway. I doubt it works though. I remember I tried this before already. You might just have to request it later on. GLS, file. If not, maybe worst case we'll have to continue with quote-unquote ILS approach and just use the GLS approach in the plane, but file for an ILS approach. Maybe not the safest, not the best. Let me try it one last time, maybe we get lucky. Come on. Like long red lights. Permanent red lights, huh? Yes, I've been to Amsterdam only for 2 days, but not anywhere else in Holland. I would like to return though. You hand some bottles out. Won't feel the landing. Oh yeah, that's the key there. You won't remember the flight either. I'm not sure I'd like that. Let me catch up with chat, guys. Some basic joystick is needed. That's true. Yeah, as long as you have a joystick, yeah, it should be more than enough. It won't be exact, but it should be more than enough to get the feel of the plane. You won't even remember your eyelids, and you'll go super red, huh? Okie dokie, where are we now? Where's my checklist? Oh, there it is. Sneaky, sneaky. Alright, we are good with the route. That's active. Let's go to the next page. Perf init. 0 fuel weight. Flight level 360 in this case. Let's go and check. Go back to first page. Cost index will be 5. Reserves will be, it's a very economical flight, looks like. Reserves will be 3.2 tons, give or take. Top of climb wind will be 016 at 12 knots. I say deviation positive 11 degrees. Looks good. And then we go check out the average wind. Transition altitude in the US 18,000 always. Let's go to legs route data. That's going to be the top of climb. And then we take the average wind, which is oh, this is very different. 042 heading at 14 knots. I hope that's right. There you go. Then let's set the fix as well. Maybe I'm just more used to flying the Zibo, the 737, but I think I have better situational awareness when I'm flying this plane. Mainly because of these fixes as well. They give me a very good idea where I am. 72, 108, 108 miles away from the runway is probably around where we should be starting our top of descent, roughly. There are considerations there, like the landing altitude and stuff, but that should give a good ballpark figure. 10 miles out and 5 miles out fixes, so we are aware how close we are to the runway. Good. Alright, let me have a look as well again. How does the airport look like? We have 97 feet above mean sea level. Okay, so that's 100. I'll let you know, Hilke. Sorry about that, Arianes. Yeah, Nightbot is a bit picky when it comes to that. Yeah, let us know when you plan to post a link again, and Alex can give you permission. Let's go and open the doors. Service. Cargo. I absolutely love the sounds on this plane. Everything is just so immersive. Like EVR levels. And that's like the highest praise I can give. So damper on. Fuel tanks. Check crossfeed. Double check the fuel over there on both tanks, and there's a little on the center tank, but I don't think we need to enable the fuel pumps for that. I think normally they only enable the center fuel pumps when it's around more than 700 kilos. Remove the crossfeed. Window heat. It's good. Trim air. Packs to auto. Altitude 36,000. Landing altitude 100 feet. Wheel well light can be off. Flight directors on. Courses to SID or VOR. Actually, we need to check that. I haven't checked that yet. Atlanta. Whisper with good and cheap joystick recommendation. Alright, great. Thanks, Arianes. First, we'll need a view of how the airport looks like. Then we'll need the departure, which is Cajun 2, I think. That should be good enough. So the departure, that gives us a heading of heading 9 left, so this one. So that's 095 and then 115. So I think I'll set the courses to 115, just so we have an idea. And then I'll also set the VOR to be Atlanta, just so we have a basis. I think it's already set. Yeah, it's already set. VOR Atlanta, which is interesting because I haven't set anything here yet. Not sure how that works. Anyway, we'll set up 116.9. 116.9er, and this is a bit different, but this is a lot easier to maintain. So that's the standby, the VOR, and you can change it. VOR clear. What is it? 116.9er. That's the one. 11690, and then switch it. So same with this other one. 11 clear, and 116. Might not be able to see this because it's on the right side of the screen, but you're just doing the same thing. Alright, that looks good. You got off right, the sounds were so immersive, you actually thought there was something happening outside. I know, right? It's so good, it's so good. Really. That's just amazing work. Initial altitude will probably be around 10,000, but we'll see what ATC finally gives us. But for now, let's set up 10,100. And from what I know, they set up a 100 there to indicate that they haven't gotten clearance yet. Once they get clearance, they'll set it to the actual altitude, like that, or depending on what they get. Okie dokie. Bank angle to 25 degrees. That's for when heading select mode is enabled. Runway heading is 095. And all of these, well, most of these are automatic with the Airbus. So it's a lot more manual, this plane, but it's very interesting. I love it. Auto brake to rejected takeoff. Reset fuel flow. Double check the oil pressure. 2,800. That's good. Get back to the engine. the guy should be done fixing. So let's close the doors, stop the service crew, and actually open the forward entry door so that our passengers can start to come in. Every time those noises start, you keep thinking someone is in your world. Yeah, it's so good. Problem with barking in Airbus. PTU always sounds like a dog, and it's always takes a second to realize it's not your dog. Hydraulics. I remember that sound. That is usually when you start the second engine, right? The hydraulics get fed from the other side initially. Alright, we checked the route. Let's check the landing fuel, 4.8, okay. Is that consistent with the flight plan we have? Let's double check that. We're doing everything by the book here, as much as I can at least. Okay, let's check out the flight plan here. 4.3 estimated. No, it's fuel on board. 3.9, 4.8. It's a bit different, like 1 ton difference, but fine. Ground distance 633. Over here. Wait a minute. There we go. Ground distance 630. That's pretty close. We'll take that. And then let's check the expected route to the runway. If it's 9 left, then we should be taking taxiway Lima all the way to 9 left. That should be straightforward. And we should be pushing back facing south. Okay. Let's go ahead and set that up. Better pushback plan. That's the one. Yeah.
Ground to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Let's call her in. How does the plane look outside here? Let me show you.
Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
Beautiful is what it is. Absolutely magnificent. I like the look of it better than the Airbus A319. I might be biased, but I absolutely love the look of this one. I don't know, it's like longer, sleeker. The Airbus, the 319 seems a bit more compressed, but maybe the A320 is a bit longer. I'm not really sure. There's the tug on its way. Tune VOR frequency, yes we have. Let's go ahead and close the doors. All the doors. Make the announcement.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
We're ready up front. Everybody's closed up outside. We're just waiting to get
execute that.
Performance numbers and the clearance from air traffic control, and we should be underway. Pleasure having you on board with us today.
Let's also get the landing and takeoff calculator, airplane soft toolbox. There. Airbus Tubby, that's the one. They're both amazing planes. I'm just a bit more biased with the 737 at the moment. Absolutely miss it. So let's set it up. Atlanta. Runway 9 left.
Connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Planned takeoff weight is 65.8, 65,800 kilos. Let's get the weather from NOAA. That's more or less consistent with what ASXP has, and calculate. So we go with flaps 5, thrust 22, selected temperature 60, V speeds all 143. Yeah, that looks good. Let me put this here for reference, and let me plug those in. Outside air temperature is 31, derate to 22K, and set selected temperature to 60. So that will give us a thrust of 85.9. That's actually very low. Wow, it's a very long runway probably. And looks like we have a bit of headwind, which is good for takeoff. Center of gravity 4.86 trim. V speeds 143. Now QRH, I don't know, sometimes it still doesn't have anything for me. I may be outside the recommended ranges, I'm not sure, or is that a bug? Okay. Alright, let's also set the V2 speed here in the speed bug. Looking good. Trim is 4.86. That should be okay, and then we can close the door. 152, 153, 155. Is that with the Airbus? Wow, that's very fast, huh? Alright, let's start the APU.
Papa Oscar, November, Early Tango, and the J Fund to arrival. 2 Fox, uniform, November Delta, number 2.
The tug has probably been waiting for so long already. She must probably be pissed at us. Actually, I haven't gotten my clearance yet. We'll do that in a bit. We'll do that shortly. Just waiting for the APU. EGT has shot up and now it's stabilizing. Looking good. We should start seeing the exhaust at the back there. There you go. With the APU enabled. And soon enough, yeah, it's available now. Good. Start generators. And normally they wait like 1 minute, so they set the timer here. No, not that one. The timer for 1 minute. Where is it? No. How do you set it? Oh, that's the one. 1 minute there. I'm guessing we have 1 minute already. Start APU bleed. Oh, hear that sound as the air conditioning packs turn on. That is so good. Disconnect the GPU. Okay, no disconnection in the electricity, no cutoff. That's good. Alright, let's go and check the chimes. Let the cabin crew that we are on our way, almost, start pushing back. But first, we contact ATC to get our clearance. So let's go here, and I think I'll ask the help of my co-pilot in a bit for the readback, because it's so hard to do the readback. Clumsy 168, request IFR clearance.
Clumsy 168, say again.
That's the wrong keyword. Clearance delivery, Clumsy 168, ready to copy IFR clearance.
Clumsy 168 is cleared to Kilo India Alpha Hotel. Fly the Cajun to departure, with the to transition, then is filed. Expect departure runway 09 left. Climb to 5,000 feet via the departure.
That's low.
Expect higher clearances 2 minutes after departure. Departure on 125.65 squawk 4441.
Looks like we're having an early departure.
Let's have the co-pilot read that back.
Clumsy 168 is cleared to
same
Kilo
voice.
India Alpha Hotel. Fly the Cajun to departure with the to transition, then as filed. Climb to 5,000 feet via the departure. Expect higher clearances 2 minutes after departure. Departure on 125.65 squawk 4441. Clumsy 168 read back correct. Altimeter 3008 contact ground on 121.65 when ready for pushback. Have a good morning.
Altimeter 3008 ground on 121.65, Clumsy 168.
Clumsy 168 ground frequency is 121.65.
Frequency is 121.65, Clumsy 168. Alright. 121.65, let me set that up. Switch over. I seem pretty professional. Yeah, the keyword there is seem. V2 is always at least 2 knots after rotate, as you need additional thrust for flex climb. Yes, Clumsy 168 is the call sign. I'm not sure, but the takeoff calculator gave me all same V speeds. Not sure if that's different with the Boeing. Maybe realistically they do that a bit more different. Let me see. Okay, we are ready for pushback. Ground Clumsy 168. Request pushback and engine start.
Clumsy 168 pushback and engine start approved.
Pushback and engine start approved. Clumsy 168. Alright. Let's go ahead and set up the track IR here so I can look. Anti-collision lights are on and set parking brake off.
Starting pushback. And
that should get rid of the, oh my goodness, what do you call this thing? Jet bridge. Yes. Okie dokes. That looks good. Air condition packs to off. If I can look for that, there you go. Set engine 2, start switch to ground. We should start seeing into climbing. Let's call it as we see it. Oil pressure rising. Actually, I should have introduced fuel already at 25% N2. There we go, now it's climbing completely and we can check out the engine right there as it's spooling. Beautiful sounds, both from the exterior and the interior. Start switch automatically. Move to auto. Looking good. Engine 2 is good. Let's go ahead and start engine 1. There we go, it's starting as well. That's beautiful. Hear that bassy spooling sound, oil pressure rising. Start lever to idle. Looking pretty good. EGT climbing. Not too much though.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Roger that. We have 2 good engines. Now I hear sometimes they actually taxi with a single engine so that they can save on fuel. I'm not brave enough to do that. I think it depends if the airport has like slopes. If it's flat, then they can do that. If it's slopey, it's a bit more dangerous. Look at that. Singapore Airlines 747 just passing through us like that. Beautiful. Haven't flown long haul in years, only short haul with Ryanair. Captain speak. That's something I need to learn more of. Lower the display off. And we can start the engine.
So is disconnected and
Generators.
has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll
Turn
see you
off
next time,
APU.
and have a safe flight.
Set the start switches to continuous. Probe heats to on. We can bring back the packs, isolation valve to off. APU off, and we are good there. Let's go and wait for the pin. Show me the pin. Something. There we go. He looks happy. Alright. Set flaps for takeoff. Flaps 5. Go ahead and check our flight controls. Forward, back, left, and right. Rudder as well. And recall. Everything looks good so far, right? Ground Clumsy 168, ready to taxi.
Clumsy 168 taxi to runway 09 left via taxiways Lima.
Yeah, that's straightforward. Taxi to runway 09 left via taxiways Lima, Clumsy 168. Yeah, alright. Let's go. Continue. He looks happy because Jack shared his meat. I think that's the main reason. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Turn off lights, taxi lights, parking brake release, check the brakes, we're good. Chime and attend. And now we move. Loving those sounds. LNAV please. Auto throttle active. And set cabin lighting for takeoff. Arianas, how does it work with the Airbus at least? The cabin lighting, I'm expecting the pilot doesn't control that, but maybe the cabin crew, the flight attendants. I don't know, but in here in the Zibo at least we have more control over it. And I'm not sure if that's true. There we go, look at that beauty. Look at that beauty. Oh, beautiful. And there she goes. Captain Clumsy, speaking on behalf of my crew and the airline, we're happy to have you flying with us. Flight time approximately. Wish you all a pleasant flight. Thank you. Nice template. I would need that. Taxiway Lima, this one on the right. Yes, seatbelt signs have been on from the beginning. Yeah, this one I like in particular. The Zibo gives a very heavy feel to the airliner. Like when you're taxiing like this, really have to step on the rudder pedal, which in my case is in my hand. Well, it kind of makes sense because realistically they use that nose wheel steering thingy right there, right? And yes, that's the technical term, a thingy. Clumsy plane spotting, yeah, love it. So we should be just continuing through Lima all the way until the end of the runway. Well, until the end, then we turn left towards runway 9 left. Oh, that's a beauty.
Doesn't have a tab. The light will activate automatically in the water.
Yeah, even these guys. I'm guessing that announcement, the safety procedures and stuff, that's retrieved from the actual Delta Airlines. And that's also available for United and some of the major airliners out there. Ryanair even has that music, if you guys remember. We flew that one time. I think I'm actually quite fast here. 30 knots on the ground. But yeah, the feel of the plane as you're taxiing like this and the braking, it doesn't feel flimsy at all. It feels like a proper airliner and I absolutely love it.
And hold at 6 Bravo. Please lane 6, hold at 6 Bravo, 691.
Clumsy 168 contact tower on 119.1. Enjoy your morning.
Tower on 119.1. Clumsy 168, good morning. Let's go ahead and stop here. Stop here, I mentioned. 119.1. Normally when you have two people, this should be a lot easier, but it's a one-man job right now, so we'll do it a bit slower. Tower, good morning. Clumsy 168, ready for departure, runway 9 left.
Clumsy 168 with the 175 at 11 knots cleared for takeoff. Runway 09 left.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 09 left, Clumsy 168.
Tower Fox Tango, we're ready. Fox Tango, roger.
Right. Weather radar, airport. Terrain on the co-pilot. Transponder to TARA. Position lights to strobe and steady. There we go. Set the timer. Thrust to 40%. We'll be doing a rolling takeoff because I'm lazy. But I think in some cases this is actually advised, right? Especially during, I think when it's raining, they advise rolling takeoffs or something. Alright. Oh, and the weather just changed. I wonder how the winds are now. Also, one thing that I absolutely love with the Zibo is the takeoff. Like when there's a crosswind during takeoff and when you have to apply like a little aileron deflection. Hello? My toga isn't working. Let's go with N1. My toga key isn't working. Dang it. I have to double check the keys later. Oh, I think I pressed the wrong one. Maintain center line, please. There we go.
80 knots.
Yeah, even this one. The aileron deflection and the rudder pedal adjustment for maintaining center line. That's completely realistic as well. Feels very, very nice. E1, rotate.
Positive rate.
That is absolutely lovely. Boss. We will take photos now. We're flying, bring the mead. Yeah, we need that. But as always, we always take a photo when we take off. Just so we commemorate the thing that doesn't happen very often. A successful takeoff. And even more so a successful landing. That's even more rare. Alright. I'm good with that. Let's continue. Now LNAV seems to have
400.
Turned off. Start the autopilot here because I think I'm missing something. There we are. Oi. What's up? Why is my throttle like that? That's the weirdest thing. Auto throttle is on. Set that to 210. Phew, we almost stalled there, guys. Have to admit, I was scared. It's mainly because I wasn't able to press the toga. The N1 I think has a bit of a different behavior. That's a beautiful morning. Why is it doing that? VNAV. There you go. Landing gear to off. Engine to auto. Never tell the passengers that they almost died.
4,000 feet, contact Atlanta departure on 135.37. Have a good morning.
Climb and maintain 14,000 feet, departure on 135.37. Clumsy 168, good morning. Let me get back to chat in a bit, guys. We're just trying to survive at the moment. My bad. Departure, good morning. Clumsy 168, climbing 14,000 feet. Okay. What happened?
Clumsy 168, good
There we
morning.
go.
Radar contact.
There we go. Now we're making that U-turn. Alright, I think we are set now. Should be safe relatively. We'll see. When you're ready to boarding, you eliminate cabin lights altogether on overhead panel with no smoking. Ah, okay. What you eliminate is actually emergency exit lights and enable power to cabin control system. Cabin crew had a small touchscreen at the front of the plane. Right, that's the one I'm familiar with. How the panel at the front they were fiddling with. But I see what you mean. That to enable that, you have to enable it through here. I see. Hydraulics have a critically low pressure. A while ago? Oh, where did you see it? Blame the N1. That can be a hashtag. Good there. Terrain radar can come off as well. Alright. Auto brakes also off. There we go. A low flex climb index. Check hydraulics if there is a problem. Pressure around 3000 per circuit. I think it was mainly my wrong enabling of the takeoff thrust. I'm not sure. Because the throttle went down. Normally when you're taking off it shouldn't go down that much. But yeah, that's mainly because I think I did not enable the toga button. The hydraulics, how do you check the hydraulics in this plane? We don't have that thing. The ECAM, or the, what do you call it, the lower one, the lower DU or something. 10,000 feet. Turn off landing in runway, turn off lights. Double check cabin pressure differential. Cabin pressure is climbing. Yeah, we look good there. And once we are on the straight stretch, we should be able to turn off fasten seatbelt signs now. Recall, no warnings, we are good there. Alright, let's continue the climb. Alright, have a good night, Plum. Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate it. Looking forward to trying out Project Japan soon.
Climb and maintain flight level 220.
Climb and maintain flight level 220, Clumsy 168. Okay, that looks good. Let's just align the heading here. Alright. Let's go ahead and appreciate some of the beauty from the outside. The weather is quite beautiful. Just a few clouds, just enough to give a bit of accent. No thunderstorms, that's always a good thing. No traffic so far, it seems like. Alright, I think we're good. Can we relax now, finally? We'll see, let's go and check ahead. Check on the passengers. Man, that looks lovely, doesn't it?
Clumsy 168, contact Atlanta Center on 120.45. Enjoy.
Center on 120.45. Take care, Clumsy 168.
Clumsy 168, center frequency is 120.45.
I'm going to ignore you.
Wayjet 697, contact center now 12657 p.m.
120.45. Center Clumsy 168, climbing flight level 220.
Clumsy 168, good morning.
Set
Radar
standard
contact.
altimeter. So we are approaching 18,000 feet. Transition altitude. That's where we are. Almost. Cajun, just 23 miles away. Man, I miss flying.
Charlie, Charlie, Charlie.
The 737, the Zibo 737 is just so good. What amazing piece of machinery. Ooh, look at that. That looks scary. Are we going anywhere close there? Hopefully not. We might have to reroute. And maybe we'll be above the clouds by then.
Center on 133.8. Enjoy your morning.
That was quick. Center on 133.8. Clumsy 168.
Thousand to go.
Center Clumsy 168, climbing flight level 220.
Clumsy 168, good morning. Radar contact. Climb and maintain flight level 300. Clumsy 168, climb and maintain flight level 300.
Climb and maintain flight level 300. Clumsy 168.
Maintain 1,800.
Just in time, so I didn't have to press Alt Intervent. Hey Kelly, long time no see. How have you been? Thanks for making it. By 737 NG Ops manual, hydraulic should be those 3 gauges in the right down corner of central screen. Right down corner of central screen. And they look okay now. Oh, you mean these guys? Wait. It's the nose gear. Oh, you mean something here? Right down corner of central screen. These guys. I see. They might have had a problem a while ago. Let's turn on the fuel pumps here just to use up that 300 fuel on the center. I'm feeling a bit OCD. There we go, it's being consumed now. We missed you as well, Kelly. How have you been? What have you been up to? More farming? Oh, look at those beautiful clouds, guys. That looks so real. Goodness, that's beautiful.
Carry 173, contact center on 133.62.
That is so nice, gives me shivers. Yeah. Expecting engine thirst in a couple of minutes now. Yeah, we'll get a warning when we use up the center fuel tank, but shouldn't be a problem. We just turn it off then. Or does that provide a problem in real life? Oh, there we go. It's plane spotting. Beautiful. That looks so real, doesn't it? Even the smoke is no longer gray. Love it. That is looking pretty good indeed. You're doing fine. Great to hear it. Just go enable legs on this other FMC. What airport is that, man? Kilo Alpha November Bravo. Seems to be a lot of planes on our left side. Behind those clouds looks like, goodness, that just looks so beautiful. I remember I do have an orbit mode. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Cinematic shots for the win. Let's take one more shot there. So, now I can talk.
Clumsy 168, climb and maintain flight level not. 360.
Crap. We talk to him in a bit. Climb and maintain flight level 360, Clumsy 168.
Clumsy 168 contact Atlanta Center on 120.45. Have a good morning.
Center on 120.45, Clumsy 168. Did I not switch? Center, good morning. Clumsy 168, climbing flight level 360.
Clumsy 168, good morning. Radar contact.
Yes, aviate, navigate, communicate, exactly. Yeah, the central fuel is pumped to the wings tanks as fuel is burned, even in Boeing. I'm not sure, because when I have the fuel pumps off, it doesn't get consumed. Like it was staying at 300 that entire time. Not sure if that's just a Zibo modeling thing, but from what I've flown in the Zibo, I always had to enable the fuel tank. Otherwise, it wouldn't be pumped. Air traffic can't be heard at my altitude, that's true. There we go, the warning with the fuel. So I just turn that off and we are good to go again. Just cleaned up the center fuel tank. Man, it's like some very bad weather there. There's actually someone flying through the storm, but I mean he is above the clouds, so there is that. Where is that? Oh, look at all those clouds, beautiful. Where are the cumulonimbus clouds here? I don't see anything. Maybe it's these guys, huh?
Sky 726 just off the tower, and they got some circuit traffic on 12 and one coming off 12, so I got to take you around for the ILS. Turn right 15 degrees.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, he is above the clouds. So good, so good. Let's take another shot like that one. Screenshots galore. Cannot hear air traffic. And look at that, super bad weather. He might be eating again. Or maybe focusing on his meat. There it is. We seem to be on the same trajectory though, it's a bit scary. Egg sandwich. Oh man, that makes me hungry. Let me check our flight plan here. Do we have any VORs that we have to tune in? Magnolia 113.2. Okay, yeah, let's go with that.
1,000 to go.
We at 360 soon. Yeah, that's our cruising altitude. I forgot. 116 point. No. Sorry for the constant moving. 113.2. Activate that. And then the next one would be after Magnolia would be Alexandria, 116.1. There you go. Do you see any of that yet? Oh, we are too far to either VORs. You had food before the stream. Good for you. I haven't. Fuel pump number 1. Forward switch needs to be on. If you want to transfer fuel from central to wings tanks, as wings tanks burn fuel in engines. Right now you turn off wings tanks pumps. But the wings tanks pumps are on. Yeah, these ones at the bottom. This one is the center. This is for the left. Engine 1 and engine 2 fuel pumps. Forward and aft. Alex has been trucking. Oh yeah, he's been fusoing. By the way, I fixed my issue for the Fikcina Polska, guys, for those who are updated in the trucking. I was having crashes with the video yesterday. Apparently, I missed one file. I blame the Polish language. I did not understand that both files need to be there. I thought the other file was simply to provide, like, I don't know, a Polish translation. Because everything, all the instructions were in Polish.
Clumsy 168, you have traffic at 2 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 360.
Traffic inside Clumsy 168. Be right back, guys. I will just be receiving a delivery. Because Clumsy had something delivered.
On the radar, I'll pick up again shortly. There you go.
I leave you guys in orbit mode at the moment. Enjoy. Be right back. A few minutes.
Sky 726, turn left, heading 150, intercept localizer. 150 for the intercept, 776. Sky 726, I show you established now, 8 miles final over to tower 18.8. Over tower 18.8.
Clumsy 168, contact Atlanta Center on 132.25. Enjoy your morning.
Have a good day. Westjet 567 Allen 13522. Have a good day. 3522 Westjet 567. Good day. Good day.
Clumsy 168, contact center on 132.25.
Air Canada 104 now on 13522. Good day.
And I'm back. How are you guys doing? Yeah, 3 a.m. there, Rans. Goodness. Yeah, it's very manual, I agree there. Freaking nightmare. Hey, Jeff. Oh my goodness. You know what? I'd have to agree there. I didn't have very good flight experience flying Delta, to be honest. So maybe I kind of fit here as a pilot. No, just kidding. The flight itself was good for me. It's the other staff which I really didn't like.
Contact center on 132.25.
Center on 132.25, Clumsy 168. Center Clumsy 168 at flight level 360.
Clumsy 168, good morning. Radar contact.
Oh yes, the coffee grinder, yes. I can tell some stories. Thanks for reminding me.
Clumsy 168, you have traffic at 3 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 350.
Really? One sec, guys, huh? Oh, there he is. Traffic inside Clumsy 168. Yes, the coffee grinder is amazing. Has Clumsy been cheating? That doesn't sound good. So 1 second, let me just go through the motions here because I think I missed some steps.
Clumsy 168, you have traffic at 1 o'clock 6 miles at flight level 350.
We're looking, Clumsy 168. The lights. Set that to cruise, white medium. And we also announced that we have leveled off. Let's hear that announcement.
About once you are seated, we recommend you keep your belts fastened. Thank you.
There we go. That quick. Alright. Okay, we can tell stories now. Let's one last check, just so we are aware of how long it will take. Top of descent in 342 miles. Oh goodness, that will take a while. Arriving at Houston at 12:47 UTC, so that's like in 1 hour from now. Alright. Yes, we have a Boeing 737. We are flying a 737-800 right now. What was that sound? I guess someone calling the attendants. Burgers with noodles. Goodness, how does that work? Alright, the coffee grinder works great, guys. It arrived Saturday morning, and Saturday afternoon me and Mrs. Clumsy tried it out. It was amazing. It was like when I was doing hand grinding for a single cup of coffee, it would take me around, I don't know, 5 minutes to finish the grinding. Maybe not 5 minutes, but maybe 2-3 minutes. This guy takes like 5 seconds for 1 cup. And the grind quality itself, not bad. More or less consistent. So far I have not had to clean it yet. And yeah, it's great. It makes me want to have coffee even more because I don't have to exercise to get there, to get my beans. The only thing is, it's my arm is kind of looking for it. Like, it's like muscle memory. Like, my arm wants to work out whenever I grind the beans. It's like there's something missing. What is that all about? Why do I still have a diamond there? Normally I only see that when we have an ILS enabled. We only have VORs enabled. That's weird. Look at the clouds beneath us. That looks pretty brutal. Doesn't look that scary from here. I guess those are some very scary clouds. But yeah, I Plum asked that. Does anyone know the answer? What are those circular things at the top of the plane? Are those like, I don't know, radars of some sort?
Are you requesting any higher flight level?
It's actually a very beautiful sight. Let's take a photo with the airport there. Very nice looking. What airport is that? Let's have a look. It's Kilo Tango Charlie Lima. Anyone familiar with that? You do not drink any coffee. So you're the same with Alex. When are we serving the drinks? Ask Jack, he has all the mead. Unless he drank it all already. Did you pay $49.99 extra for oxygen?
Contact Memphis Center on 127.1. Good day.
Center on 127.1, Clumsy 168. Center, good morning. Clumsy 168 at flight level 360.
Clumsy 168, good morning. Radar contact.
Hey, Hachigyosa Senpai. Welcome back, welcome back. How have you been doing? Satcom antennas. Sounds very fancy. I guess for the GPS, huh? Satellite antennas. Thank you. I have it black, yes. The most authentic experience. Sometimes I have lattes though, but oftentimes when I make my own, it's black. That is triggering my OCD. What that's all about. That might be a bug. I remember not having that before. Anyway, alright. You drink Diet Pepsi because you cannot have full sugar stuff. Yeah, same with my dad. He always takes, but he likes Coke better, so Coke Zero for him. But yeah, to be honest, I have not had a very good experience with Delta. We have flights from going to Japan. Delta and United, I think, are options. I can't remember now the exact ones, but either one, not so good experience. I don't know. The staff were not very courteous, so it was not such a pleasant flight. And not only on the flight itself, but actually even on the airport, you have like the crew members guiding you on the check-in counters and stuff like that, right? And they had like Delta airline uniforms and stuff like that. They were not very courteous, most of them, well, many of them. And one of them in particular was very rude, very condescending. So we were so frustrated, we actually reported it. We gave feedback. And you know how it is, when a certain person gets so inclined to give feedback, it means it's that bad. It's usually the case that people give feedback more for negative stuff than positive stuff, right? Hey, Barry. Black is too boring for you. Black is for the hardcore guys.
At 1 o'clock, 10 miles at flight level 360.
Oh crap, there he is. Traffic in sight, Clumsy 168. It's coming very close to us. A bit under the weather today. Oh goodness, yeah, get some rest, man. Good luck. Get well soon. Satcom works for internet, TV, and phone connectivity. Ah, okay, I see what you mean. Thanks, now I get it. When the oxygen masks drop, there's only 5 to 10 minutes worth of oxygen. Yes. Yes, that's why when that happens, the pilots we have traffic warning. Will I need to do something? You will see. No, I don't think so. He's passing us by. We don't hear the traffic warning though. Before there used to be an audio of that sort. Let me double check the audio settings here. Now we do have it.
American 25, flying flight level 260.
Yeah.
American 588, got it.
Yeah, we should be fine. Yes, that's why pilots, when that happens, they have this in the procedures to immediately descend to around, I don't know, 10,000 feet or something. Do we need anti-ice? We are passing through some clouds. And at negative 31 degrees Celsius outside, that might cause some icing. Cloud surfing for the win. You always have honey and maybe milk or Milo. Milo? Coffee and Milo, wow. That sounds interesting. I think there's actually a name for that. I think I tried that combination once. It was very nice. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Cloud surfing for the win. Now, I don't think we need anti-ice for this level of clouds. It's very thin. But should we risk it? I'm scared. 4 hours are around the bus to wake you up. Have a good night, Arianas. Thanks for making it. It's very late for you, but thanks for taking the time to join the stream. Appreciate the inputs as well. Catch you next time. Coffee and a bit of Nutella. Now that's something I haven't tried before. Have a good night, Kelly. Sorry, I forgot to answer. I didn't see. Yeah, they're doing good in case you're still here. Mrs. Clumsy is getting used to going to the office very early in the morning. That's why we don't have the Bye Mrs. Clumsy anymore. She's always in the office already by that time. No, we don't serve drinks. We do. It's just with Jack. He's just hoarding all the mead. We don't serve water, just mead. No water, tea, coffee, just mead. Mocha. Oh yeah, that's true.
Contact Memphis Center on
Yeah, that's fair.
132.75. Enjoy your morning.
Center on 132.75. Good morning.
Aircraft calling center, say again with
Oops.
your call sign.
Nah, that's okay. Don't get me. Center, good morning. Clumsy 168 at flight level 360.
Clumsy 168, good morning. Radar contact.
That plane over there doing loops. Fancy maneuvers. Man, these clouds are pretty high. Especially those one in front. How close are we at? Not so close. Not that close. Aircraft ASMR. Oh yeah. Definitely can be ASMR. That's true.
Clumsy 168, you have traffic at 2 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 350.
Especially with this plane, the sounds of this plane are so good. Traffic in sight, Clumsy 168. 2 of them actually. One there, and one there. It's getting pretty laggy in here. 19 FPS. Goodness. Oh, that is amazing. Sea of White.
Clumsy 168, you have traffic at 2 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 360.
Traffic in sight, Clumsy 168. 50 minutes to go. Oh yeah, you guys have that fly live thingy. Thanks. I want to play so many games today. Recently, where so many updates have arrived, and I really want to get into all of them, but no time so far. I installed Elite Dangerous again. Had a feel for how to fly those ships again. It's very good. Had a bit of trading as well to warm myself up. Had a bit of combat. Felt good. Hopefully we get into it pretty soon again. I kind of miss it. Although for sure it's not the same level of simulation. It's very arcadey when you compare it to this, but then again you're in space, so that more than makes up for it. And then Fernbus is very good as well. I have a video coming later for Fernbus. I'm very amazed at the progress. There aren't enough babies crying, that's true. Hey Run, how are you, man? Thanks for joining. Yeah, true, the baby's crying. Let's go and check out the passengers, maybe we'll hear it. That's the X-Plane guy, right? The what is his name? I forgot his name. He's like the, how do you call it, co-creator of X-Plane? Something like that? This is the view I like. Yeah, this is the view I like to get when I'm riding on a plane. Just makes me feel more involved, you know, seeing more things, like knowing what's happening behind the scenes. On the side of the scenes, that is. Oh, that's a beauty. Let's take a screenshot there. Austin Mayer, that's the one. Meyer. Yeah. But yeah, Fernbus is really... I'm so happy with Fernbus, and I'm not sure why. Not many people see it the same way. Maybe I'm too optimistic, I don't know. But I really liked it. When I drove, the AI was pretty smart, the graphics looked so good, the performance was awesome. The physics was greatly improved and felt really like a bus now. It didn't feel like floating anymore. The force feedback was there. Yeah, it was just an amazing driving experience. And I love driving in Germany. You guys would know if you watched some of the trucking videos. I oftentimes go back to Germany because I love to drive through those autobahns. Autobahnen. But yeah, it's just... love it. So I'm actually thinking of having like the Q&As in Fernbus, but I'm trying to get a feel if people would be watching it, because some people might expect the Q&As to only be for the trucking. Let me know if you're okay with that, if you have thoughts on that. Because goodness, that looks so good, doesn't it? Take a photo there. I think I have a lot of thumbnail candidates for this flight. Let me also plug in the descent forecast wind. I haven't done that yet. love this plane. Absolutely love this plane. Course would be 256. Why is it so hard to adjust this? Do it one step at a time. There we go. Charts actually. Magnolia. And I think it should be 257. The next one should be 242. Ah, interesting. That's moving now. Oh, that might be because of my course. So is that representative of the course I set here, maybe? Does it change? I'm not really sure. Anyway, that might just be showing where the VOR is. Yeah, it looks like. Our airport is a small regional one with 2 gates. Yeah, that would explain it. Alright, let's go to the descent forecast. One more page. That's the one. Alright, let's plug in 3 values here. Descent forecast. Let's go with... what has the highest numbers? Maybe 200? Not sure how you pick which levels to put in, but we can only put in 3. I'll pick the ones with the highest wind component. 073 at 11 knots. The same 077 at 11 knots. And 068 at 8 knots.
Clumsy 168, contact Memphis Center on 132.5. Have a good morning.
Center on 132.5, Clumsy 168, good morning. Let's go and set it up here so it's a bit more immersive. 132 normally when we're in the heat of things, it's so hard to tune this manually. It requires so much effort, but this is how it should be normally. Center Clumsy 168 at flight level 360.
Clumsy 168, good morning. Radar contact.
How are we doing on fuel? Looks good. Progress 188 miles from top of descent. Yeah, we're good. At around 40 miles, I'll start computing for landing. Immersion. Exacto mundo. Immersion is key. Flying over Jackson now. Alexandria is that way. Whoa. So we're returning? There we are. I think this is a bug, because the VORs are being treated as like ILS, having those diamonds there. I don't think that's right. It's very cluttery. At least it didn't used to do that. Might be related to the multi-frequency panel or something. This way here. This way here. Pretty neat indeed. So yes, to expect more Fernbus videos, and hopefully we get into an Elite Dangerous stream soon as well. In terms of trucking, I would like to check out more the Ficina Polska, now that I've fixed the crash that I was having, and also Project Japan. So many goodies. Yes, this is a modded plane called the Zibo 737, but it's free. It is completely free. I do have a lot of other add-ons like the air traffic control, the chatter you're hearing, the weather, but even with just the Zibo 737, it's a free download. You can get most of these already. And then I have the real PFD as well. It's a free download as well. Just changes this one, the dials here, changes the colors a bit, makes it more realistic, makes it more closer to real life, because the Zibo I think has a darker brown color here and a bit of a different shade of magenta, which is not as realistic looking compared to the videos, real life videos. How are we doing on this side? Looks good. 4.3, yeah, that's okay. So that's actually coming closer now. 4.3 tons, our landing fuel. When we go back to the chart, 3.9 tons. What does that number on the right stand for? PBRN. It looks like the amount of fuel consumed, because it goes up as we go farther. And then the one on the left here is estimated fuel on board, 8.0, 7.9, so it's decreasing. And then I guess you plug in the actual fuel on board on those dotted lines, maybe. I absolutely love this component. Now this is a simulator, isn't it? I think we're good there. Any other VORs we should tune into? I don't see it. Top of climb, 6.1, top of descent. Yeah, no other VORs in sight. Okay. Oh yeah, let's go and study the GLS and let's compare it with the ILS. That might be an interesting experiment. We do have a plane in front of us coming pretty close. That guy. No, not him. You can't see him. He just got done taking the train around the block. For fun? Or were you really going somewhere? Either way, it's nice. Right, let's go and check out the airport. So I should be able to get rid of Atlanta now. Let me load in the ILS 27 approach. Let's compare that. Alright, there you go. So let's see the waypoints at least. Redoc, Festa, Dento. This one. It's actually the same. Redoc, Festa, Dento, Tran. Yeah, it's the same. And then here, Sils is the initial approach fix, is it? This one is a bit different. Oh, it's also sales. Yeah, it's also sales. Interesting. Okay, so it's mostly the same. So I think we can go and proceed with an ILS approach. In terms of the altitude, it's going to be 3,000 at Tran, 2,000 at Dento.
Clumsy 168, you
Same.
have traffic at 11 o'clock 6 miles at flight level 350.
6
Clumsy
miles.
168, you have traffic at 1 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 360.
Where? 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock. Oh, that's the guy. And that's the guy. Traffic inside Clumsy 168. Train SimWorld, nice. Hey, Mars. 10 months, goodness. Oh, crap. Right. Warning. Get ready to maneuver. I have my hands on the autopilot, so we can climb or descend. Okay, we're good. Actually, I'm not sure. They should have given us yeah, we're not that close. We're not that close. Should be telling us to either climb or descend if we go close enough. GG Mars. Thanks a lot, man. Glad you made it today. How are you? Ran, have you heard about this Train SimWorld update that I was mentioning? I think we haven't talked about it so much yet. You have it. Oh, it's out already. What update is it? Is it paid? Alright, so here we go back. We have the same waypoints, the same altitude, but a different channel for sure. But let's have a look at the decision altitude. 286 feet here. The GLS, we have 287. So mostly the same, like 1 foot difference. Yeah, it's actually, the decision height is the same, 200 feet. Final approach course is 267 for both, so very, very similar actually. So it's just, I guess, an alternative way of landing. So for example, maybe if the ILS is broken, then maybe the GLS will still also work. But yeah, should be pretty much similar. And the only difference is, yeah, the frequency. That looks very weird. It's not a frequency, it's a channel. 22306 compared with the ILS 27 is 110.9. Yeah. So if I look at the FMC, yeah, GLS 22306, yes, exactly. Glide slope. Let me do something. If I turn off the glide slope, will that diamond get removed? No, it won't.
Clumsy 168 expected to be to arrival with the AEX transition for the ILS approach to runway 27 with the SILS transition at George Bush Intercontinental and H cleared direct Alexandria.
Expect the Doobie to arrival with the AEX transition for the ILS approach to runway 27 with the SILS transition. Clear direct Alexandria, Clumsy 168.
Clumsy 168, sorry, I don't have that frequency.
Roll eyes. You just woke up. Work soon. Nice, man. Good luck. Enjoy. Thanks for dropping by. Update is automatic, but the new train will cost discounted 10% now. What does the update do? And what is the new DLC about? Top of descent in 100 miles. Okay, that's good. Switch over the VOR as well. 116.1. Switch it out. Change the course. There you go. Are we anywhere nearby the arrival? Yes, actually we are. Wow, that's not too bad. That's not too long. California route added. Nice. Okay. Was that the one you were trying out? The one you just finished? There's Alexandria.
Clumsy 168, contact Houston Center on 127.85.
Houston Center already. Center on 127.85, Clumsy 168. Good morning.
Limerick 4550, traffic 11 o'clock, 5 miles off the direction.
Center, good morning. Clumsy 168 at flight level 360.
Clumsy 168, good morning. Radar contact.
24 heavy center.
Clumsy 168, you have traffic at 12 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 350.
5 timing.
Traffic inside, Clumsy 168.
1624.
New tasks added, collectibles, point system, you've been hooked. Wow, maybe it's time to check that one out as well. Add that to the list. Elite Dangerous, Fern Bus, Train Sim World, they're all taking place right now. And maybe even add to that Farm Sim with the seasons. But I think that one is too much work for me. I'm too lazy for all that work.
Have a good one.
I wonder what river that is. Let's have a look at the map. Where was it? I think it was this one. It's not getting named. There should be a mountain on our right side. I guess it's not that humongous.
Clumsy 168, you have traffic at 1 o'clock 10 miles at flight level 360.
Traffic inside, Clumsy 168. Thanks a lot, Alex. So it is indeed Train Sim World 2020. I was thinking it's either Train Sim 2020 or Train Sim World. Oh, this might be a different thing now, huh? New DLC, Peninsula Corridor, San Francisco to San Jose. Seasons is time consuming but awesome as well. Didn't get through one season yet. Yeah, that's what I was scared of. You really need to invest the time. You know, they want to do. I'm sure the 737 should give you indicators if you should climb or descend. I'm just not sure if the Zibo does that. I remember the Airbus, the A319 by Tolis. It does that, and it does guide us whether we climb or descend. That's super cool. For the Zibo, I can't remember doing it ever though. Maybe not. There's Alexandria right there. 74 miles. I think we can start actually preparing. Yeah, we're pretty close to Houston now. Let's go and check out the weather. Train Sim World 2020 is a free update for your Train Sim World. Nice. Yeah, I was understanding initially 2020 would be for Train Sim only. Like, don't they usually have that Train Sim 2018, 2019, and now 2020? It's good to hear that now it's available for Train Sim World as well.
Kilo India Alpha Hotel Airport information. Romeo 0053 Zulu weather wind 188 at 4 visibility 10 sky condition few clouds at 9,000 3000 scattered temperature 31 dew point 22 altimeter 29997 advise on initial contact you have been
29907 and I think ATC just spoke to us. Center on 126.35 Clumsy 168 good morning.
We got 913 at 16,000. We got 913 at 16,000. Roger, I'll put
Center Clumsy 168 at flight level 360.
Clumsy 168, good morning. Radar contact.
What's the purple gauge on the left? Which one? The time and date. Oh, this one. This is time in UTC. That other one, the one below, is a timer, and that started when I started on takeoff. So it's been an hour since the takeoff. I think that's the timer so that we are aware how long the engines have been running. Something to that effect. Because I think they need to measure, they need to record like how long the engines have been operational. So they do the maintenance and all that stuff. I guess that's one of the factors. Where's the top of descent? There it is. Around 60 miles. Yeah, let's do the landing calculation. Let's do it together. Let me just try to find where it is. There it is. Okay.
Clumsy 168 descent via the GB2 arrival with the AEX transition
now?
to 5,000 feet altimeter 29907 at George Bush Intercontinental in NLH.
Quite early, but we can do that.
Good morning, I said 1161.
Descend via the Doobie to arrival with the AEX transition to 5,000 feet, altimeter 29907, Clumsy 168. 9907, huh, okay.
Thank you.
So what we can do is we can actually set the FMC to say descend now. And what that will do, it will start our descent, but I think it will do so in a very slow manner. I think only 1,000 feet per minute. There we go. Alright, let's go and set up the cabin lighting, landing white bright. Let's announce that we have started our descent. Decision altitude is, let me have a look, I think 200 something. 287. So let's set that up in the
Clumsy 168 contact Houston Center on 134.8. Have a good one.
This guy really knows how to get in the way. Okay, I'm going to fix this later. Center on 134.8, Clumsy 168.
Clumsy 168 contact Houston Center on 134.8. Have a good one.
Center on 134.8, Clumsy 168. Good morning. Center Clumsy 168, descending 5,000 feet.
Clumsy 168, good morning. Radar contact. Altimeter 29909er.
Altimeter 29909er, Clumsy 168. Yeah, look at the descent. We are only descending at 950 feet per minute. Very slow until we actually reach our computed top of descent where we will start our descent in earnest. That's fine. Alright, let's continue with the landing calculation, please. Kilo India Alpha Hotel, runway 27 feet, and I have to check what will be our landing altitude. Right now we are at where? 4.9.
Clumsy 168, you have traffic at 1 o'clock 6 miles and flight level 350.
7, so 61 point. Oh, 61.7? Yeah, 61.7 gross weight probably. What? 1 o'clock, yes. Yeah, he's there. 61.7. Let's get the weather. Winds are at 180 at 4 knots. Is that the best land? Actually, we can go... maybe it's best if we change the runway. It's not too bad. Yeah, auto brake 2 should get us there. I mean, we would have a very crosswind landing, but it's not too bad. Yeah, let's continue with that. That might be actually, it might have a longer runway. Let's have a look at the runway here, runway lengths. So 27 has 9980. Actually 15 right, 15 left is the best. 15 right is 10,000. 15 left is without ILS though, but it's the longest runway. Let's have a look here. Which one has a GLS? No, 15 doesn't have a GLS. Okay, we stick with 27 then for science. Alright. Okay, so going back to the landing calculator, it says VREF 144, flaps 30, and auto brake would be probably 3 would be nice, so that we stop somewhere in the middle. Actually, auto brake 2 should be fine. Let me have a look at the diagram of the airport to see which one makes sense. Assuming we make a decent enough landing to follow that. So, runway 27 is this one. And we should make our way towards the end of the runway so that we can arrive at the gates there. Okay, that should be good. Yeah, we don't need to make our approach. We don't need to brake so hard. We can actually reach the end of the runway. So in terms of the calculation for auto brake, actually auto brake 1 should be more than enough if we're planning to make it to the end of the runway anyway. So let's set that up, auto brake 1. Let's set up the ILS frequency, well, GLS to be 22306, channel 22306, and let's activate that. So let's set this up, set that to GLS 22306, active, also the other one. Let's see if that gets detected. Not yet. It might still be too early. But of course it should be 267 here. There you go. Alright, Spring. I'll try not to. Can't promise anything though. Alright. GLS is active, courses are set. bank angle, landing performance is done. Flaps, okay, let's set this up here. Flaps 30, 145, that's the one. Right, and please fasten seatbelts. Man, this guy is lovely. Look at the vertical navigation, the vertical deviation. We're catching up to it now. So once we hit that in the center, that's when we'll speed up the descent. So right now our engines are not yet at full idle.
Encore 3404, planetary to 8 meters, descend 6,000 on a feather altimeter 295.
Let's have a look here. What's coming up? Alright, lots of constraints. 230, 17,000 feet to flight level 230. By the time you get to Beetle, you should be above flight level 240 though. On journey, okay, that should be fine. Zoom in a bit here. Actually, no, that can work still. Yeah, let's leave that there. How are we doing in the star? Yeah. Approaching journey. Looks like it's a holding point as well. How is the weather?
Clumsy 168, contact Houston Center on 126.905. Enjoy your morning.
Center on 126.905, Clumsy 168, good morning. Have you ever landed while it's raining? I tried to. Yeah, I think we managed to land. It was just not a smooth landing, but we landed in one piece. Aircraft descending ASMR. Center Clumsy 168, descending 5,000 feet.
Clumsy 168, good morning. Radar contact. Altimeter 3002.
Altimeter 3002, Clumsy 168. Okay, so far weather looks good. Not seeing any storms out there. That's a good sign. We're quite far away from the airport though. With all those waypoints, goodness. Let's have a look outside. Beautiful. Just beautiful, all those clouds. Goodness. That's a sight to behold. We were in a plane landing at Shanghai Pudong, and it was raining. Yeah, normally rain shouldn't be a problem, but it depends. If it's too much rain, if it's too much wind, if there's water on the runway. Let me just check here that I haven't missed anything. Okay, yeah, I think we're good. At 18,000 feet, we switch back to local altimeter. Tequila, not just water. Yes, landing while raining. That does count, that's true. Oh. Passing through some clouds at negative 10 degrees Celsius. Yeah, I think we should turn on anti-ice just to be on the safe side once we get closer. Looking at the ground, I'm not sure if I have ortho photos here. It doesn't look like it, but I'm not so sure. The colors don't seem like the usual high quality ones. It looks like the default ones. Ryanair style. You would probably win that bet. The odds will be in your favor on that one. There we go, look at that. Vertical profile coming in close. And then we should be able to start our descent fully soon at idle. As long as it doesn't land Swift style, that's true. Ryanair is better than Swift in terms of landing. Engines going to idle. And now we speed up our descent. What are the speed limitations here? Maximum 280 knots. At 2B 250 knots. Okay.
255 is radar identified. Clear direct entry. Romeo India. The rest of the route is the same. Let's request the
And the ice. Whoa. That cloud looks so sharp. It's been a while since I landed with this plane. I'm quite scared. So yeah, Ryanair landing, here we come. And if we're getting some crosswinds, that's not going to help my landing at all. But we'll do the best we can. Let's go ahead and listen to the 80s again.
Kilo, India, Alpha, Hotel, Airport Information, Uniform 0153, Zulu, Weather, Wind 178 at 4, Visibility 10, Sky Condition, Few clouds at 9,000, Few clouds at 13,000.
178 at 4 knots. 4 knots, so it shouldn't be that bad. Goodness, still full on summer, huh? It was 31 degrees a while ago in Atlanta. Normal Ryanair landing, brakes arm. Regular British Airlines landing is the opposite. Or it's the same, it's regular.
Clumsy 168, contact Houston Center on 133.8. Enjoy your morning.
Center on 133.8. Good morning, Clumsy 168. I did not switch. Center Clumsy 168, descending 5,000 feet.
Clumsy 168, good morning. Radar contact. Altimeter 3000.
Altimeter 3000, Clumsy 168. Altimeter, local altimeter is very different from where we're at right now. I guess we'll change that later, as indicated by ATC. 250 knots at Dubai. That should be okay. In terms of altitude restrictions, 15 to 17,000 feet. Yeah, we should be well within that range. Ladies and gentlemen, we have begun our descent. We will be landing shortly. Should we prepare for landing? That might be a bit too early, but fine. Let's turn on terrain radar just to be on the safe side. There we go, Jeff taking care of the safety instructions for us. We only serve milk. Mead. I'm starting to pick up speed. Let me put some speed brakes in. Because ATC is very picky when it comes to that. When they say 250, they will complain if I go a few knots above that. So that's 250. Next speed restriction is 230 knots at heart. Yeah, should be okay. Don't blame us, you chose to ride. That's true. Blame Ryanair. Zoom in a bit. Get a better perspective there. Oh yeah, this is one I like. How do you do that? This one. Press this CTR. I'm not sure what that means. Counter, center. That one. I love that. The vertical. They have that name for this. Not familiar with how it is. We'll enable that later.
Contact Houston Center on 133.4. Enjoy.
Center on 133.4. Clumsy 168. Center, Clumsy 168, descending 5,000 feet.
Clumsy 168, good morning. Radar contact.
Yes. Plane still in one piece. And since outside it's 13 degrees Celsius already, no need for anti-ice. Should be warm enough to prevent any icing. There we go. Diesel. 230 knots. Perfect.
Air Canada 611, flight level 320. Air Canada 611, flight level 320, center, good afternoon, native from.
Stow the speed brakes. That should be good enough speed. Let's see if the GLS will be captured properly. Two 10 knots at Bopper.
Flight 210, contact center 134, decimal 9, getting
349 for flare.
Air Canada. Yes, the chatter is a mixture of US and Canada. But I can choose US only, but there will be slight less variation. Let's turn on the lights here. Oh, this is when I should do the prepare landing announcement as we finish our arrival. Let's do that again. Let's hear how that sounds from inside the passengers area. Actually, no, nothing. Okay. Minimums, yeah, I haven't set the minimums up yet properly. Let me double check that. Minimum should be 287. 287. There we go, 287 feet. Okay, here we go, guys. Here we go.
Clumsy 168, contact Houston approach on 119.17. Good day.
Approach on 119.7, Clumsy 168, good day.
Clumsy 168, approach frequency is 119.17.
I know. Approach Clumsy 168 inbound for ILS runway 27.
Clumsy 168, good morning. Radar contact. Continue descent via the Zibo to arrival with the AEX transmission. Expect the ILS approach to runway 27 at George Bush Intercontinental Idle H with the Sills transmission altimeter 29908.
Expecting the ILS approach to runway 27 at George Bush Intercontinental H with a Sills transition, Clumsy 168. I think it bugged out there because it was saying something in sequence. Altimeter 29908 cleared for the ILS approach to runway 27 with a Sills transition, Clumsy 168.
Aircraft calling approach, say again with your call sign.
Oh, come on. Let's try that again. Altimeter 29908 cleared for the ILS approach to runway 27 with the Sills transition, Clumsy 168.
168 altimeter is 29908 at George Bush Intercontinental Idle H, radar contact. Cleared for the ILS approach to runway 27.
Cleared for the ILS
Let's have the
approach to
co-pilot say
runway
that.
27 call when established on final Clumsy 168.
There we go. Tran is, I think. So we are cleared for the ILS approach, so that means we should be able to go down to the final approach fix and let it guide us 1,500. There we go. 1,500 feet. Missed altitude is 3,100. I'll do that once we capture the glide slope. There we are. Approaching Sills. The best part indeed. Perfect. There we go. There's the 10-mile mark. Usually that's when I set up flaps. But we'll see. Now I have not gotten any GLS indication yet, so have I really activated it? It should be active now. I'm a bit scared with this. For backup, maybe I should enable the ILS. No, let's trust it. If we miss it, we'll do a missed approach. There it is, there's the GLS. Ah, believe. Okay, perfect. Runway 27, 20 miles away. 4 lock. Capture the localizer. Why are we turning right? It looks a bit weird. Doesn't seem like that center, but we'll see. I think we'll need a bit of speed brakes.
turn left 270, clear the ILS on that 4. 270, clear the ILS 248,
Oh, there we go. Now it's making a lot of sense. Localizer has been captured. Now for the glide slope. Ryanair's famous landing. Oh, I'll show you.
Clumsy 168 altimeter 29908 at George Bush Intercontinental Idle H contact tower on 120.72. Enjoy your morning.
Altimeter 29908 tower on 120.72. Clumsy 168.
Aircraft calling approach. Say again with your call sign.
Never mind. Tower inbound for ILS runway 27, Clumsy 168.
Clumsy 168, good morning. Radar contact. Continue ILS to runway 27, call when established on final.
Continue ILS to runway 27, will call when established on final, Clumsy 168.
Clumsy 168, you were garbled. Please say
Dang
again.
it, I hate it. Okay, let's leave them be. Right, flaps 1. Slow it down here. Weirdly enough, the glide slope is a bit too high, but we should be okay here.
2,500.
I think.
1,000 to go.
Grease that landing. No promises. No promises. It's quite weird. I don't have that glide slope at all. Flaps 5. Strange. Alright, that should even out. We should be able to capture it soon, I hope. There it is. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. The vertical diamond getting closer. There's the runway ahead of us. Naval approach. Let's wait for the glide slope to be captured.
1,000 to go.
Glide slope is captured. Tower Clumsy 168 established on ILS runway 27.
Clumsy 168 winds are light and variable, cleared to land runway 27.
Clear to land runway 27, Clumsy 168. Oh, why am I there? What is the missed altitude? 3,100. Panicking, panicking. Oh, we're good. We are good here. We are okay. Alright. Flaps 10. Landing gear down. PRF. Flaps 15. Engine start continuous. Speed brake arm. Recall. Landing flaps. Flaps 30. Taxi light on.
1,000.
And we are good to go.
Feet stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
Alright. Let me disable autopilot now. Oh, shaking a bit. And disable auto throttle now. It's a bit high.
$500.
It's looking good so far. Let's keep that there.
Approaching minimums.
bit high. There we go.
200 minimums.
Land. Oh crap, I missed it. That's okay, we'll make it.
100.
We're a bit high, we're very high.
Flight slow.
50.
Flight slow.
40. 30. 20.
Cut off? Yeah, that's very high. Missed the landing area by a ton. That's fine, that's fine.
Clumsy 168 exit runway when able.
We'll take it. No confidence, no negativity. I think we can make it this here. Thank you. Flaps up. And that's a Ryanair ready landing. Slept right through it. We'll watch the replay in a bit. Clear of active Clumsy 168.
Clumsy 168, welcome to George Bush Intercontinental INENTALH, contact ground on 118.57. Good day.
Ground on 118.57, Clumsy 168, good day. Let's go to the gate and let's view the landing afterwards. Phew, that was scary. It's been a while, goodness. Ground, Clumsy 168, request taxi to the gate.
Clumsy 168, taxi to gate Bravo 79 via taxiway Sierra Foxtrot, November, November, November Bravo, November Delta.
Taxi to gate Bravo 79 via taxiway Sierra Foxtrot, November, November, November Bravo, November Delta, Clumsy 168. So
Clumsy 168, taxi to gate Bravo 79.
They want us to take this straight one here, Sierra Foxtrot, turn left to November, November, November Bravo, and then November Delta.
547, taxi break turn on Alpha.
November Delta is here, so I think just turn left here. Wait a minute, huh? What does that say? Dual taxi operations, okay. Okay, let's go with that. Sierra Foxtrot first. So I think here on the right side is Sierra Foxtrot. Yeah, we are at Houston. We arrived in one piece, more or less. Goodness. That was exciting. Let's turn off the weather radar. Let's not introduce people to unnecessary radiation. Terrain radar can go off as well. There we go. And transponder can be out off. Okay. Alright, let's go taxi. Sierra Foxtrot, right? Yeah, that's the one. Local time is 6:53. The weather is pretty good. A little bit cloudy.
Jazz 946 ground runway 05, it is Foxtrot, altimeter 3009, taxi Alpha, hold for room.
This looks like a lovely airport. I am seeing American Airlines, United. What's that at the far end? The blue one, KLM? You only surf milk. Switch to idle. Let's cruise from here. Flight directors off. Start cleaning up the plane bit by bit. Airspeed bug 100. Altitude to transition altitude plus 100 feet. Cabin lighting, white medium. Probe heats off. Remove that warning, that's fine. Engine start switches can go to auto. It is indeed on KLM 747. So November, Bravo, November, November. Let's go and check out the signs here. November, November, and then November, Bravo. That's very weird. I'll just go straight to November, Bravo. Thank you for following, and welcome to the channel. Hope you... I'm not sure if I would hope you saw that landing or not. Maybe it's better you didn't see it. But thank you for joining, and hope you're enjoying your stay. November, November, and then November Delta. Gate Bravo 79. Let me also open the taxi gates, parking gates. Let's go look for 79. Should be near November Delta. Bravo 79. That's Alpha. That's Bravo. 79 is right there. Okay, I see it. Near that antenna. If you guys see it, that one. Slow down here. Where are we? Okay, still far away. Oh, look at that. Plane spotting again. Beautiful. Beautiful. We'll take another screenshot later of the landing. I think that was decent enough. Yeah, let's not say it's beautiful, but it's like a landing gear did not fall off. At least. My goodness. Can't start the APU now. So by the time we reach the gate, we should be ready to power down the engines and let the APU do the work. Now I don't think I have a custom airport for this one. I'm not so sure, but it looks so good. So you know what? To be honest, I'm not sure. So many planes, so many beautiful gates. You see that small antenna below November Delta? That's where we're going. Let me zoom in on it. That one, where my mouse is. Is that another plane there? What the heck is that doing there? We have a floater, guys. We have a floater. Okay, November Delta should be this next intersection. Yeah, that's the one. So we slow down here. Super Hyper Secret Floating Radar. That should be an acronym. SHSFR. So that it's fancy. Alright, how's the APU? APU is ready. And then that gate we're looking for is right there. But how do we get there? Let me see. Bravo 79, right? Bravo 79, okay. That should be... I think that's where that plane is parked. Dang it. Really? No, that shouldn't be. Okay, let's go and look for it, see if there's any sign. If there's not, then we'll just take the nearest one. Free pass to the Milk Lounge. The Mead Lounge, maybe.
Okay, we're cleared across 33 right on Tango, down 33 left, short of box cut 2, and 514.
See any signs, guys? Oh, there it is. There's a sign there. That's 79 Alpha. That's 79. That's ours. Okay, let's go and turn into that thing there. Hopefully we have enough space to make a wide turn. It's going to be almost a U-turn actually.
Actually, yeah, Route 70, 14, 6F, Delta for 3009 is Fox, taxi via Delta cross runway 33. Delta cross 33,
Slow-mo for the win. I might need to move my back closer a bit before I turn fully. Like so.
Bravo Delta cross to right on 309 Fox.
There we go. That should be more than enough.
Graham is 2543, we can pull back gate okay, but probably can't take because all the stuff was here.
That's super slow-mo. Can you get some more thrust in here? Thank you. There we go. That's more like it. Yeah, we don't have like auto gate and stuff. It's too bad. Because Zibo also has integration with auto gate, such that when the gate is when the jet bridge connects, also the GPU automatically connects, something like that. Are we close? Yeah, that's close enough, right? Yeah, that's not bad parking at all.
297, side step over to Delta, and then right turn Bravo, left turn on Charlie, hold short of Delta 3. Delta, Charlie,
just take that. And that should be perfect parking right there. Parking brake. Turn off the lights.
297, side step over to Delta, and then right turn Bravo, left turn on Charlie, hold short of Delta 3. Delta, Charlie,
start the APU. Cut off engines.
Delta, Bravo, Charlie, hold short of Delta 3. Delta, Bravo, Charlie.
Open the door. Yeah, engine should be okay. Let's have a look at how the temperatures are. Brake temp. That's pretty cold. It's like we didn't brake at all. Nice. Isolation valve open. APU bleed on. Fasten seatbelt signs can go off. Chimes. Good. Alright, and we can turn off the fuel pumps. Turn off hydraulics as well. Window heats. Anti-collision lights can go off. Transponder can go to standby. And you can go to initial transponder code. Looking good. Cabin lighting, white bright. Doors can be opened. Okay. CRJ. Where's what? That one? Ah, nice. I haven't flown that yet. I haven't tried that yet. So they'll just have to leap. Just to do a bit of a leap there to get out of the plane. I'll leave them to it. Alright, terminate the flight leg. And we should be okay there. Now I think I'll just leave everything on the moment. Let's do that replay, okay? Let's do that replay. Let's see how bad that was. Maybe it was not that bad. There it is. And we can actually turn off
Clumsy 168, you have traffic at 12 o'clock, 9 miles at 1000.
Quiet, that's me. Let's grab a shot of it. That actually looked very stable because that was when autopilot was still enabled. Landing gear hasn't down yet. There you go with the landing gear. That's when the things get fidgety. That's when it started taking control of it. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, sometimes looking at the HUD makes it even more confusing. Sometimes just looking at the runway itself is the best. Yeah, that's too high. Dang it. Way beyond the landing. Yeah, that was a bit Ryanair-ish, I must admit. Let's see that from the the thing here. Yeah, this one. That would be nice. We would get a good feel of how rough that was. Alright. Shake things up a bit, that's true. Just add a bit of excitement in there. This is my way of waking up everybody. Guys, wake up. It's time. We're here. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Actually, that's not as bad because... no. This one. That's the one with the head shake. Yeah. Not too bad. Thanks a lot, Hachigyoza Senpai. Appreciate it, man. Oh, center line. Perfect. Have a good one, man. Glad you made it today. Catch you next time. Let me just take a photo of this one. Make us look like pros at least. Where it's not that obvious that we made such a bad mistake. Maybe that one can work. Can it? Let's go closer. Yeah, that one. Let's find a nice angle here, guys. Work with me. Yeah, that one doesn't look so bad, right? If you don't see so much of it, it doesn't look that bad. Why doesn't the camera move? Strange. Okay. Let's do it like that. Yes, that's thumbnail worthy right there. Okay. Yeah, free wake up service, exactly. Okay. I'll leave it there. Let's do the shutdown. I can't remember though. I need my checklist again. Did I miss anything? Let me leave it here. Look at all those checklists. Golden Dark. Yeah, that's the one I need. Yaw damper. IRS. Trim air off. Engine bleed off. APU bleed off. Air conditioning packs off. Oh, lovely. How that just turns off like that. Recirculating fans. Position lights. Emergency exit lights. These two. APU generator. And there we have it. Oh, look at that. Ground power. Did it automatically connect? It says ground power available. Does it? Not really. Let's see if that works. No, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't. It's not really lit up. Okay. Hey Hoss, just in time, man. We were just about to end the stream. Thanks for joining. Hello, goodbye. Man, that's lovely. Anyway, I enjoyed the flight today, guys. It's been a while, and yeah, happy to have you on board. And sorry for the bumpy ride, for the bumpy landing. I hope you had your... That's why we have a very strong cushioning on the seats, because you need it. Thanks, everybody. Have a good day. Let's turn on the music again. And I'll catch you on Friday. We'll probably go and do some Polish trucking. We'll see. Haven't decided yet. Thank you. Thanks, Hoss, Alex, Jeff, Hachigyoza Senpai, and whoever else might be on the stream. Spring. Thanks for joining, and bye-bye. Catch you in 2 days, guys. Have a good one. Clumsy flying.